Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I just want to take you through a tour on this song or beat. It's not a song yet. So this beat I made 2 days ago. So I'm gonna show you everything that I did. Okay. So first I went and opened up Synth One. Okay, I went through a bunch of packs that I have that you can download for free, and this is a free program. So went with this sound here. Let's go up. So usually that's how I make the melody. I open up the piano roll. If I can't, find something on the keys, and I'm feeling not really, um, I'm not really feeling, my hands making a melody, then I start messing with the studio and here in the piano roll, and then I try to go and find something that matches that I like. And so you got to pay attention to the keys that you're using. Okay, so it starts off here, and that's the best. The best way that I can, make my next part of, melody, whatever, whatever sound you decide on. Most of the time, you're gonna wanna, make sure it's in the same key. So it could start with anyone in this range. You know what I mean? But most of the time, I just, I go ahead and I make the other melody. This melody I use. So this next melody that I use is from Nexus, from their um, default settings here, and I went with ballad grand piano because I like the way it sounds. It's like the best one that I could find as far as like a piano sound. That's not a real piano, but I can like mix later and make it sound more like a real piano. So you see here, that's the same key. But with this melody part here, I went ahead and made a few chords. So I'll let you hear this here. Okay, so that's the second part that comes in for the song. Okay. And you want to make, so every time you make a new pattern, you want to hit this one right here. Add beat or bass line. So that helps you, and these are your different channel tracks. So this is, the layout of what I've already created as far as the construction of the song. Okay, see what else. So I went in my mixer and I hit this plus sign a bunch of times. There's shortcuts. If you know hotkeys, you probably can do a better job than me as far as making something quickly. But me, I don't know hotkeys. I been messing with stuff for 10 years now, and I don't have the hotkeys down yet. And this is just the way I got used to doing stuff. But so on this second piano part, I did the equalizer. So let me let you see that real quick. So what I'm looking for here is the best sound that I could accomplish for this piano part to try to make it sound more alive, because it was kind of dull sound. sounding, and I use that equalizer to, make it pop more and bring it out. And it is basically by ear. It's not like something super hard that you gotta really know. So this is your started from this point. This is gonna be your lows, and then this part right here is like your mid area, and then these last kind of three here are gonna be your high area. So that's what if you pick these up, it's gonna be your high pitch sounds. These are gonna be your mid pitch sounds, and these are gonna be your low pitch sounds. So whatever you're comfortable with on that, there's no like specific way to do that. For every sound, you got to do it differently. So, and I used to use something like this on FL Studio for every single one of of the sounds, but I don't use FL Studio anymore. I kind of just wanted to learn something. Um, again, as far as a new DAW program, and I found that this, for it being free and I don't have to invest in a DAW, you can invest in VSTs and use them as third parties. All you got to do is drag this into your new pattern. So you'll grab this and you'll hit it in there, and then you'll go from there by going through your folders and files and your VSTs and picking the one that you want, and it'll upload it in here into this DAW. So that's what's cool. It's not like you're limited on what you can use. So you can, and that works for everything. You can even use it for your effects. So all your VST effects, you can open them up in your mixer here and use them. So that's why I love this DAW system. And it's not pretty looking, it's not like too graphic heightened, it's not like it's gonna be like FL Studio all beautiful looking, but it does have a good sound production, in my opinion. I think people sleep on this program, but let me show you what I've created so far. Okay, and well, let me finish going through this. So this is my bass. This is gonna be right, and these are sounds I downloaded for free. See, this one's called Stomp Box. Okay, that's my Stomp Box, and I found these presets for free, so it's possible to make beats for free. Okay, and this is so that's the bass, and I totally forgot to, I usually take out a little bit of the beginning part of the 808, so that way you don't have that kick from the 808, and you can put your own kick, which I usually do on all my 808s. So that way it sounds better. Let's see right now how it sounds. So that's with, without the little beginning part, and I'll reverse it so you can see what it sounds like again. So to me, it sounds, more distorted. It's not giving me a clean punch. So that's usually why I do take away the first part of the 808 just a little bit. It doesn't have to be too much. You just want to get it to the point where it's in that, bass area. So let's. And if you hear that little clicking sound that does not come out when you export this track. So you won't hear any of those clicks and stuff like that. There's not really much you can do to make that go away because you're using this little plugin, and this is what's creating that little clicky. But it's not going to come out when you export the track, so you don't have to worry about that. I mean, it may bother people to the point where they're gonna, open their own, because you can do that. You can open up your own, whatchamacallit, VST, to open up your own samples. So, okay, you can do that. But me, I'm okay with just using that because it does not come out when you export. And I don't know if I should copy that in full. Let's try it. Okay, I'm okay with that right there. I always save. I save. This plugin, DAW, it never really freezes on me. It's very rare that it does freeze up on me, and if it does, it's because of one of the VSTs that I have. Sometimes, you get free VSTs that they will start to mess up your DAW, so you have to restart. And usually when that happens, I don't use those VSTs, or I get rid of them. I delete them because, if they got bugs, you can't use them. So, and it could potentially make you lose a whole track, a whole song that you've created. So let's go ahead and see what pattern I use for the hi-hats. Show you how to do the hi-hats here. Okay, so here you got your set, so you can make you can have your placement for these little notes. So if you click it, it gets more in depth. And here, same thing. If you click it, you can zoom in and zoom back out. Okay. Same thing with this. You can zoom in, make different note patterns, different timing. So you can, because I don't have the same timing in this. I had to mess with this to make my timing right there. Those kind of like half steps. And same thing with making those little runs like that. And I might do something later with that, like add more little notes or something, a little deeper, deeper, because just like FL Studio, you can make them high pitch, or you can make them low pitch. So you can, like, I'm just gonna put some random ones here, see how it comes out. Just so you have an idea that you can do. So you can do like and I will probably do that later, but right now I just want to tour you through what I have done here. So, and here you click that, so you can see what your wave looks like as far as the sound wave. See, so you know, mostly everything I used in here is for free that you can get and find off the internet. And it's not something that I could give you because I don't even remember the links um, that I found. And that's just what you have to do when you're trying to find stuff for free. You just gotta take the risk of downloading something and finding a sound that you might like out of there and use it for your, I usually use percussions only. I do have a lot of like melodies, to use, but most of the time I just make my own melodies because working with some of these samples, sometimes I end up, not liking the sample after a while. And I end up liking my melody more than that just because I have the ability to make this my melody change different ways when the sample is usually you can't change it. And people use the samples for chorus parts, or you can change, have that glitch effect or half timing, plug in effects on the samples to make them change. Let me see, what else. Okay, and these are just other folders that you can set up yourself to use. There's just like shortcuts for all your sounds. Okay, let me see what else. Okay, and here, so another thing that I like about this DAW is that you can, when you expand them, it doesn't like stretch the whole thing out, without like making it zoom bigger, because FL Studio doesn't let you do that. Like you can't, for instance, if I were to see, it's already kind if I were to pick this up here, then you have your little roller marker here that you can, and you can't do that on FL. I mean, yeah, on FL Studio you can't do that. So I like this program. I think it's legit, and I want more people using Lmms, honestly, because it is capable of making stuff. I don't even have a preamp set up here. I don't have monitors. I had a situation with an ex, and just kind of just let all that stuff go. So here I am, trying to rebuild again. And yeah, 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 yeah. So if anybody has any questions on how to do something, I will help you the best way I can. I will try to answer your questions the best way I can as far as how I go about doing stuff. But yeah, just let me know what you guys need help with. Vocals, I don't record a lot of vocals, so if you have vocals questions, it's not something that I'm, particular on. I don't have a lot of vocal experience as far as mastering and stuff like that, but you don't have to add too much to vocals. I know that. If you're good, if you're dealing with somebody good, you don't have to do too much to their voice. A lot of trap and rap and hip hop use auto tune, so that's something new in the game that you just throw on your voice and it sounds awesome. It'll match with the beat. You just, again, you have to be in the same key as the song. And you should be able to find it with, just by hearing with your ears to see if it matches with the beat. And I would suggest going in a range of notes before you set your foot on one and be like, this is the one I need to, be singing out of. Okay. What else? What else? What else can I show you guys? I mean, that's it. That's it. I just wanted to take you through a little quick tour through how I made this beat. And I am trying to get, more people to use this program. But yeah, I want to share my ideas with people and share my knowledge with people because I don't make money off of this right now, but I've been doing this for like 10 years. So I want to share my knowledge on how I did this, okay? So this mixer part, usually when I add sounds to the mixer, I send them to the next mixer pocket. So each one has a second point except for the hi-hats, and I might put a second one on the hi-hats. To me, it just sounds more clear, and then you can add your effects on the send, when you send them. So like this one, it's send on channel 2 here on mixer 2, and right here's your volume for that. So usually on the second pockets, that's where I add my effects. So it's not messing with the original sound. So that's how I do it. And you'll see here, so my sound, this is my master track, and that's my volume for this mixer. That's my volume. So each one has their own, and that's how I mix my sound. Okay, and I do want to mention that the way you stack your effects chain here, it matters. Okay, so if you move this one above your, because this is my clipper plugin where you control to make it not overpower and have too much dB loss here. So if I switch these, it'll change the way it sounds, and it might sound even more distorted and out of how would you say, out of range. So if I move this up, let's see how it sounds now. Let's play let's just go, and this is for the bass, so I'll just go straight to the bass then. So I'm gonna show you right now. So that's the way it sounds right now. So I'm gonna move it back down. So I don't know if you caught that, but there was a difference in the way it sounds. So you gotta stack them right, your effects. And if you put them in here, you just right click and you move them up or down, okay? And you find the best setting for you. But me, I mainly don't use a lot of effects on stuff, so I don't have too much trouble with that, okay? See, all these don't even have too much. The most one I use is that clipper. So, and on the master track, I use the D clipper, so it's not, going out of range here into the red. So I'm gonna show you that too right now. You see this right here? So that'll make your track have a lossless, feel to it, which will make your track a high definition track. So every time I export my song beats or whatever from here and I upload them to SoundCloud, it has a little HD sign next to each track that tells, and it helps with the algorithm too as far as trying to get it out there. It'll make it easier for you. And it'll have it's a lossless track, so it's not something that goes, it's not peaking over. That's what it means. So it's playing to its fullest potential. Okay. All right, I think that's all I have to share with you guys today. Hit me up, subscribe to my channel. I want to teach as many people as I can, everything that I know how to do. If you have questions, like I said, there's more information that I could share with you guys. But I'd like to, have more uploads for you guys to follow along and update your information as far as on how to do stuff. So I'm gonna show you one more thing. So here, and this is my 808. So here I'm gonna drop some gems right now on this. So you know how you can do those slides on FL Studio super simple? Well, it's the same and even more so cool in my opinion as far as this right here. So this, let's see here, where is it? It's here. You're gonna click this. This is your pitch bend mode. Okay. So when you hit that, you're gonna hit one of these notes, and from there you'll be able to figure out where you want it to slide to, and it'll show up here. See how it's going way up there? You don't want it to go way up there. You want it to just barely go, something like that. And same thing, you can go lower. See, you can go lower. You can make them sharper. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's possible, man. You can make some hits out of here. You can make some hits, and that would be cool to push out there that you made something on a free software and it's a hit. If that was a thing, I would hope that it came from me planting seeds out there. You know what I mean? So it's possible, man. It's possible to make a hit out of LMMS. But yeah, subscribe to my channel. I would like to go live more and stuff like that, but sadly, I don't. Like I said, I don't get paid for stuff like this right now. So I'm hoping my YouTube channel can grow. I can get a lot more views, and I can start teaching more of what I know about this software. So follow, like, and subscribe to me. Y'all have a good one.